this community. The Ramirezes and the Viejases never intended to hire legal counsel, okay? They were forced to hire legal counsel because this institution right here refused to hold themselves accountable. And if they're going to refuse to hold themselves accountable, the legal system will hold themselves accountable.
Yeah.
And we will hold them accountable.
That's right.
These killings were completely unjustified, no matter what the set of facts were. We have two unarmed young men, each pursuing similar paths. One individual was a confidential informant actually helping out the police department. And what did he get when he tried to help out the police department? Well, he got shot dozens of times because he was walking away from the scene. Why was he walking away? Because he was facilitating the police efforts, and of course he was going to walk away. He was their informant, and they told him to be there. That's why they are. What did he get? Shot, shot, shot. Multiple shots. And the amount of casings that were found at that 4-point Sheraton, there was at least 50 shell casings, which tell you the amount of shots that they had there. And James Viejas was going home to his mother. Forget this cockamamie story the police invented of a high-speed chase reaching into his waistband. Guess what, folks? There was no weapon found at that scene. The police attempted to use a taser, and what do they do when the taser apparently doesn't work? They shoot to kill. And that's the problem with this place, is that there's this instinctual thing where they have refused to acknowledge their training. And right then and there, they shot him 5 times, and they shot him in the face. No weapons were found. In both cases, the police found these killings to be justified. And they said it's within department policy. But guess what, folks? It should never be within department policy to kill our youth. Okay? Yeah. It should never be within department policy to engage in this type of heinous conduct. And it should never be within department policy to engage in this type of cover-up. So we're here today, and I ask you to join me, join my firm, join the Ramirezes, join the Viejases, join everybody in this mutual fight that we all are embarking on together here tonight in Bakersfield, in the heart of California, to hold this institution accountable.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Justice for Jorge and justice for James Viejas.
Yeah!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Yeah!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Yeah!
Let's go! Let them hear you! And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the family members who have lived this heinous conduct, who have experienced the loss of a loved one, and I'd like you to hear from them what they experienced, and I want you to listen very closely to the type of conduct they still experience to this day. Because what you'll hear is that with both families, the police has not relented. They are still harassing each of these families. It wasn't enough just to kill their children and family members. They are continuing to harass these families. Now, I want you to listen close to these family members, these very courageous and brave family members who have decided to stand up and not just take the deaths of their children and family members in vain. So I'd like to introduce Tori Sr. Thank you.
Yeah!
Thank you for being here, and it's very important for the community to know that our children are murdered every day by cowardly acts from the police department and other institutions like it. I don't think it's right to use someone or just assume that they are going to do something and just shoot them for no reason. We're here today to let them know that we're not taking this. We are going to stand up and fight back.
That's right.
As much as we can. Thank you.
So I want to tell you my parents' people are putting out there. Only his family members will show you his true character. They don't know James like we know him. On November 13th, 2014, the world lost one of the most beautiful gifts it's ever received, my little brother James being. My brother was the baby of the family. He was the youngest of 6 children. He was a loyal Dodger and Rams fan and the apple of my mother's eye. He regularly attended St. Joseph's Church, and he made sure me and my boys were up and ready to go. James often took in stray dogs and fed the same 2 homeless people always in his area. To this day, they still come and look for him. At 22, his life was just beginning. He lived with my mother and worked hard to take care of her. He paid her bills and regularly took her to doctor's appointments. He took care of my mom. The little one, out of 6 children, the little one stepped into the plate and took care of my mom. That's the kind of guy he was. On the night of November 13th, he was on his way to her, but just a couple of blocks away from the house. My brother was brutally killed by EPD officers. He never made it home to her. We miss him so much already. We've asked ourselves over again and again, how could this have happened? Why did this happen? But most of all, we want to ask the BPD department, James should be here. Why isn't he here? There's something very wrong in the city. Law enforcement has completely lost respect for the community. We need to spread the word on how cruel the BPD department operates and make them stop before they kill anyone else of our people. Justice needs to be served. This is not the future I want for my children. Is this a future you want for your children? Is this what we have to look forward to? They are here to serve and protect us. They took an oath, a loyalty oath to protect us. And they're killing us. This is not the future I want for my children. This was once a profession that he looked forward to. Now it's just a disgrace.
This is what I say to BPD. The nation has taken notice, and the eyes of the nation are now upon you. Here today, we fight, and we continue this fight, not just today, not just next week, but until real, meaningful change is made. And that's why we're here.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for coming, and let's have our voices be heard tonight, shall we?